Hello everyone, my name is Chris, also known as Pwego, and this is Explore My World 7. In this series, I've been showing everyone my server, which is Pwego server, and what I've been doing with my friends, and kind of like an update video, an in-depth tour to my server. And this is a continuation of that, so part 7. You don't have to see any of the other videos, they're just all relevance of the past. But this is my humble cottage. If you don't know, this is my abode where I live and reside in the city. It used to be a village in a big open field with my friend Dave, and now it is buried in the basement of a massive skyscraper. And this is my story. Dum dum. But yeah, I'm going to be using my magic compass here to warp through the walls like I usually do, and show you guys what's been going on. Oh, I teleported right to the top of a tower. We'll just do some Spider-Man here and jump down. So this is where we start out. This is where I did a this is where I started the tour on Explore My World 6. But if you don't know, this is Spawn City in my server, and we're gonna do /spawn to get to where you will. If you are new to the server, this is where you will spawn. This is pretty much where you will get slapped in the face several times with the rules and how to, I don't know, kind of just the typical thing you do when you start on a server. You get smacked in the face with rules. Only we don't actually shove it down your throat. This is the Welcome Center, so you can choose to go in there and read the rules if you like. It's a lot like just all the other server rules out there. So, but we are a creative server, so we kind of push that, and it's not really survival or anything. But the main point of this video is to kind of give you guys an update since number 6, and to tell a very sad story of what happened on July 4th. Everybody bow your heads. This is a sad story. Okay, so we throw events in our lake, which is right over here, because Spawn City is located in a lake, if you don't know. And which is, so you can see the water. It's all covered up by this building now. But we were setting off fireworks, and it was like, and yeah. So TNT flew everywhere and destroyed the city. And yeah, that's the end of my story. Okay, so now we're rebuilding everything, and it's a crazy. I don't know. It turned into something that we didn't expect. I started building this, which is my commerce building and convention center, and since then, it's just been a building frenzy. We've had like amazing community projects, and bunches of people from other servers come to join us. It's been an amazing time. Just the last month has been truly amazing. So this is a presentation of everything that's happened in this area, this small area. So let me stop blabbing and start showing. This is my convention center, like I said. We also added economy in the last few days, and this is the shop, so you buy and sell things here. Now, a brief overview would be that I wanted it to be fairly hard to get money, so the prices on the sell floor are pretty low. You can see for yourself. Now, of course, TNT is a high price because we want you to get rid of it. But pumpkins 150 and obsidian 100. Yeah, you can get the gist of that. And then buying is upstairs. But I do want to say that you can get some pretty awesome stuff up here. So not only does it kind of give you like, oh, I have money, I have purpose, let me earn money, which is encouraging to real life, of course. We have some cool things that you can get, like a hat or a cloak. You can have a wolf summoned to you because we don't have mobs enabled. We can get a name prefix. So if you look at the chat, nobody has a name prefix, but one might show up in the chat later on. I'll show you. If you're rich, you can get the millionaire title. You can get your build protected for 15,000. That's good. You can get a cuboid, or you can summon some mobs on your friends. Moving on! Lots of people will stand in my way during the tour, of course, because they like to annoy me. So if you are a builder of any sorts, you know that you are either on mag or ice. Now I know I'm kind of saying a lot really fast, but that's because I want to get through this in less than 5 or 6 hours, because I know this will be a long video. Oh, this is also something I said in the past. I said that I wouldn't change my cottage, and this is the second thing. A long time ago in Explore My World 3, I think, I asked everybody that was watching whether or not I should tear down this tree or build a skyscraper, and Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people said, "Keep the tree! It's amazing! It's the biggest tree I've ever seen in my life. That's pretty natural. It's not entirely fake. It's pretty natural." And here it is. To this day, it's like a couple months later, and this is it. So, come see the park tree. And this is, look at this. Look at this. Okay, my commerce building, which is right there, kind of merged with storage, which is what I was about to show you. If you are a builder, you can come inside here and get all your materials. You can get signs of things, and here you can right click a sign and get stone and build with it, and everything's free. So that's that. But the things that you can't get are like materials and mob drops and dungeon things. Those can be bought and sold through the economy system, which is that over there. I'm going to shut this door before they follow me again. Yeah, so, and everything's been merging, like I said. The giant spiral tower is becoming a mall. Whoa, they didn't know they could open doors. I'm in trouble now. Um, little shops like this have been popping up everywhere in a new type of art style. We've been going for a new style lately. Oh yeah, also, besides my compass, I have fly mod. I will be flying around and showing you some stuff. This right here is, it used to be Dave's restaurant, if you know, DJ Motive. He built the arena way back there, and this used to be his restaurant, and we just like built it up to the sky, and it looks really cool now. And these are some office buildings and the wool factory right below. So I just showed you storage, and this is kind of the same deal, only with wool. So you can come in and get your light wool and your white wool, except for the barf colors, because we do not like that. It's like bleh. So yeah. So moving on to the next building. Now, like I said, the spiral tower. One of the goals we've been trying to do with the whole city here is try to, I don't know, modernize everything. So the spiral tower is now not just a lookout, so you used to be able to, you know, climb the spiral stairs and look out towards everything. It is now a mall. Fat people beware, this is not a regular mall where you could just go and ride your mini scooters everywhere. It involves a lot of exercise where you actually climb the stairs to get to different floors, and there's different stores on the floors. So we don't actually have this developed too well yet, whereas the stores are just empty floors. But we do have 3 things on the first floor you can check out. Now, the first one is the Leaf Emporium. The store is closed right now because we have to find somebody to move in to fill this space, but it gets a little drafty in here, by the way. Maybe if it rains, you might get some products wet, but we can take care of that later. The second one is, now this was kind of like my first attempt at a convention center because I just got back from Otakon, but it wasn't. I don't think it was big enough, so that's why I kind of continued on the big economy building over there so much. And the last one is going to lead to storage. And we're just going to take a big chunk out of this building and bam, knock down the wall and merge with that. So you'll be able to get to storage from multiple locations now instead of just the entrance over there. Speaking of multiple entrances, we broke down the wall and made the creeper face so you can walk through the creeper's mouth to get to the newly renovated canal. Sounds like the guy from Price is Right. A new car! No, just the canal. So me and my friend Fisher Pro, we totally redid this. Like one day we were just standing here and be like, you know, this looks like total crap, Chris. Yeah, we should totally redo it. And this is what popped up the next morning. He made the park, and we're now featuring like tours of the workbench. I know in the past I was just like, ew, workbench, and everybody wanted to tear it down, but over time I grew to love it, and here it is, and it's all fancy now. I'm sure there's better coordinated color blocks now than there was back then, but I still like it. It's really nice, and it's a nice feature of the city. So even though boats are completely worthless in this game, to my consideration, because we have warps and trains and such, this does look nice, and it might have something for the future. And we're using paintings for advertisements. Isn't that cool? So you can buy your candlelight today, and if you die, you can get whatever by that company. And I guess they do something with spiders. And you know, all these look like they have something to do with death, don't they? I just noticed that. Okay, so and then you can get entrance to the spiral tower right here. You know, now that I look at this, this is looking very, very unstructurally sound, isn't it? And we'll do that later. Oh, snap! Um, so moving on. I'm sorry if this is random. I just go off on random things. This building right here is something we built a while ago, but the guy who was working on it kind of is like, oh, I don't like Minecraft anymore, so he left and we shut the doors. So that's why if anybody's on the server, you're wondering why I can't get in there. That's why, because the guy left. So now that we have economy, if you have like a bill, you know, you want to buy this building, you could pretty much pay us to decorate the interior. That would be amazing. But I won't do that. I'll leave that up to someone else. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All you great builders out there. We might further develop this area in the future, but as of right now, we're mainly working on the city. And if you look out there, if you're a heavy Reddit fan or you're on Reddit a lot, if you saw a video recently of a boat race, that is Dave and his friends' boat race. And that might actually be something I might make a video on in the future because it is turning out really well. And I won't go down there, but that is mostly a docking area for ships coming in this side of the city. Now, moving on. If you come over here, here is the relic of the bank. We used to use the bank before we had chest protect, and before people had superpowers and could fly. We stored everything here so people wouldn't steal your things. But, you know, things get outdated, and this is what's left. Half doors, that's what's left. But we have been, now for all you people out there that have your own servers, after you get to a certain point and things become so popular, I've noticed that you do things for no purpose at all. And this is one of those things. You see this railroad right here? It's completely worthless. The only thing we use it for is for a furnace cart. The furnace cart literally just goes around in a big circle and looks pretty. I think this is really cool, but I've noticed we've been doing a lot of this no-purpose thing lately. I don't know. Side note, tangent, whatever it's called. Information! And it's got a cool little a vine entrance there, which I thought was pretty cool. So, moving on, we have the pimp house here. Nothing has changed with that, and you can probably tell how long this has been here, considering when I talked about it, I was thanking Notch how great the nether was. We redid the roads. They're all wood and cobble now, kind of like a new pattern we've had, so you can tell where the roads branch off. I like that a lot more than just plain, oh, what was I going to say? Just plain tile. It's a lot better than plain tile. We really, really do love our checkered pattern. This is one of the two. This server is really growing in the last few month, I guess. Just one single month has been just like a zoom spurt to the top of everything. We've just been full all the time, so we've been growing. Let me just spit it out. We've been growing, and this is our first train station. And due to the growth, we've had several stations now, and I'll show you that in the future. But there's a sign over here that tells you when you first log in. All the blue and white posts are informational, so you can see where things are here. We have the Spiral Tower Mall, the Quarryville, Canal Park, Storage, Arena, Wool Factory, and Train Station. So that train station is one of two in this city, and we've been building the second one over here. So one is called Pwego Station. Yeah, thank you. And one's called Spawn Station. And if you watched any of my videos in the past, you might recognize some of these cities. But this station over here goes to Magneta, Asian City, Dwarf City, and Ice. Magneta and Ice are our two team cities, and they're always growing as well. And then the new one, which these are the locations I'm going to show you in a bit. We have Old Spawn, World 9 City, and Hunadora. Now, I know what you're saying, Chris. Yeah, I'm talking to Chris here. I know what you're saying. Chris, I thought nobody could place blocks in Spawn except for admins and stuff. Well, you are right, and you apparently know a lot, too. And you have a great name, Chris. You can't actually place carts here in Spawn, so to kind of make up for that, people can push buttons, and this is, if you see here, there's a minecart track spewing out of that building there. That's what we transformed this into. If you watched any, thing in the past or seen this, it was just a dull, empty building before, and now It is home to lots and lots of redstone and minecarts. So, long story short is when you hit the button, you get a minecart, and that is that. Count Stacks Real Rap. And there is Cool Man Chemo's yacht. So, there's a bridge all the way on the other side there, and that is the bridge that leads into this area. I don't know how it fit, but that's the bridge. Also, you can see that we're doing like a ton of construction. Like I said before, oh, we have a fisher. You know, I never see anybody fish in this place, and now there's a guy. Hey, buddy, how's the fish? How you doing? You catching anything? I wanted to show you his face because he's got like that mellow face. He's like, blah. Okay, but moving on. Oh, he's giving us our fishing rod. Giving us a fishing rod. Thank you. But we're doing a tour right now. Oh, he's got more than one. By the way, if you don't know, string is like impossible to get because we don't have spiders. So I'm very appreciative. I will bow. Moving on with the fishing rod. Ignore that guy. This is Magneta Embassy. So you can see Magneta has their own flag. And this is kind of like a little taste of what you can imagine before you get to Mag. Sorry, I had some soda earlier. But this is also the entrance to get to Mag, and I've never really shown Mag in any of my videos, but I might in the future. It says 450 blocks west, and ice is like 1,300 blocks east, something like that. And it's beside, also connected to, the Great Library, and over here is the valley. If you remember the valley, it's changed a bit, just a bit, and is now used for just primarily railroad construction. And then we'll go back over here. So over here we have, well, this was a lot of the stuff that got rolled back in the July 4th incident. So this is kind of the new area for spawn. If you watched my time lapse or know what that is over there, it doesn't have an amazing view like it used to. But that's our boat area. If you don't know, it has, well, it's supposed to have bridges that go out everywhere. But like I said before, Notch hasn't made boats worth anything yet, so you can't really do that. But I do recommend taking the train, which I'll show you in a bit. This is also a great cookie shop. I don't know how much cookies cost now that Economy has them up to like $1,300 at the Commerce building. But, yeah, who knows? You might be able to get like, oh, well, look at that, look at that. You can get a 1 diamond ignet. I didn't even know they came in bars, but yeah. If you have a diamond ignet, I guess that might even be a joke, because they don't exist. Oh, and a nice cash register here. We'll head out. Oh, and look who it is. It's DJ Motive, and he's calling me fat. And Fisher Pro. Those are the guys who did the boat place I just showed you, like the boat race. They might actually just follow us here for a bit. Let's go, 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 before they teleport us somewhere. I'm just going to glance in and out of some buildings, because I know the time is ticking. This is my great library. We refaced it just a tad bit, so it's the same building. It just has it got a facelift, and we sell the very, very rare leather armor here. This was a high price before people started selling everything they own, but yeah, for all you new people, leather armor is still rare. It's very rare. Just take my word for it. And yeah. Ooh, just loot the ceiling. You'll have enough for tons of it. So, moving on. The hotel is still the same, if you remember that. And a lot of the buildings are still here. We just either move them, like we don't like tearing down buildings. We just move them to make room for these. Now, this right here is Pwego Station. This is the other train station. We're going to use our X-Men powers to jump over the fence here. Now, this I've only done like once in the past, and that is like spelling out things on signs with just random letters. So this one says train, and I really do like that. It's just, I wish people could see it, because people say that if you don't have like a high definition TV or as your monitor like I do, you can't see it very well. But it's there, so if you've watched this video, you know it says train. Now prepare yourself. This is like a sneak peek into the train station. Those are some weird shoes. Check it out. This is where you buy your ticket, and you're like, okay, I want to go here. $1 million. Okay, ticket. It's worthless now. Get some concessions. Get some wheat. Get it for the ride, and you go through the gate. and then you wait in the waiting area. Now I color coordinated the bays here, so you know which one goes to where if you're here a lot. But I had a friend from another server do this pattern here, and then I did the top roof there. Now, isn't this awesome? This is one of the coolest things I've built in a while, I think, in my personal opinion. This is like really cool, and we're still working on it. So it's a high construction area. Don't mind the sawdust. It's got that new train station smell, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So this one goes to World 9 spawn, which we'll hit up in a bit, and this one goes to Hunadora, which is the biggest city that was in World 9. Oh, great! Now I have to explain the worlds. When we had that catastrophe on July 4th, we had to disperse. So while the server was down, we put up a new world called World 9, and people went crazy there, like, revive Pwego server! And they built, like, all this really cool stuff. So now we're in the process of moving everything over from World 9 to this world, which is World 5. So if anybody says World 5, World 9, now you know what we're talking about. So this was like literally 50 parts to cuboid over. And I know what you're saying, Chris, why don't you just MC edit it? Well, we tried and all that. So I might show you, actually, yeah, I will show you that towards the end of the video, but we will be heading to World 9 spawn first. Man, that soda, I'm sorry. Now, like I said, we're going to World 9 spawn, but not quite yet, because we're not done with spawn here yet. Now this is under construction by Dave. This is a boathouse. I'm gonna turn off my powers. I don't actually know the layout of this yet, but it's supposed to make boats. Like not in a circuit or anything, but you know where boats are made, they have to have a home somewhere. So there is an opening like way over here that'll lead out to the water. So right there. So after a boat, apparently a small boat, is completed in construction, it'll sail out here and it'll actually be trapped because the bridge is kind of small. I don't know how the yacht got in here. It must have been built, but the bridge is still a little small. But if I made it any taller, it would be a massive hike to get over the bridge. Moving on, we put in some new lanterns and we redid the dock. If you didn't notice, has some dark wood now and some glowstone underneath. Hold on. Hope people don't get mad, but I'm gonna change the time to night so you can see it. The city looks really cool at night, I have to say. So you can see the glowstone underneath there, and the city is lighting up. It's so cool that it stays daytime. Oh, whoa. Yeah, so that's that. That does look really cool. Here's a view that you don't always get to see. You won't be able to fly until you're VIP 1, by the way. That's a rank that all you have to do is prove that you can build and you can get ranked up. Don't hold me to it because admins probably won't give it to you just for a little house. Moving on. Another guy I pulled from another server is a guy named Plastics. He's an admin on another server, and he built this. This is our new art district. It'll have a whole bunch of museums and sculptures and things here. And when you go inside, I just love this. It says, "Welcome to the Museum of Art by Plastics." And it just has a whole bunch of different things categorized as art. Now, I don't know if he's the kind of abstract artist or if this is just a plant in the corner. This could be considered art in some, places, France. Now, this is my favorite piece right here. I call this The Clump of Sand by Pwego. I didn't make this. I'm just taking credit for it because it's so magnificent. Some very nice pieces. Don't mind these crappy paintings. They're just blah. I like this right here. That is very nice. So yeah, you can check out the art museum when you have time. Also, now if you are rich and you have tons of money, you can buy this building. We built this a long time ago for people who wanted to switch teams, but we don't really have that option anymore. So it's just a big empty lot here. You can always buy this. I'll sell it to you for 50 mil, I guess. I'll sell you this building for 50 mil. Sounds reasonable. Moving on. We have an apartment building. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But, here's a question I've been getting lately. Chris, what was your very first build that you've ever, built after you bought Minecraft? And fly really fast to get here. Just to show you, my first build was this wall. I know what you're saying, like, what? A wall? Yeah, I actually considered a creation, actually, because I did spend a good amount of time. So while Dave was over there building the castle and being like, Chris, the zombies are coming, the apocalypse, get in the house, I was just like, my wall needs to be finished over here, Dave. So this is my first creation, so you know. And behind this is a thing called the Great Forest. I did not build this part, but I think there was a lot of grief. I'm just going to fly over so you can get a better view. And it is, let me just sum it up for you, a great forest. And it has like things in it that make it interesting and a great tourist site. It has this abandoned like relic of a castle, of a fortress there. But the main purpose of this forest is, now I want it to be one of the very few PvP areas besides the arena, and it'll be one of the few areas that spawns mobs. So if you want to come in and get your loot, I guess we'll have spawners underground that'll spawn the more rare monsters towards the center of it. So when you go in to get your loot, the further in you go, the more chances that you'll run into other people and get KO'd, and you know, get your loot taken and stuff like that. Fun, fun, fun. Moving on. Yeah, so that's a work in progress right there. Now we are on the outskirts of the south side of spawn. Yeah, we're drifting because the clouds are going north. We're on the south side of spawn. We have the theater here, which, fun fact, was I think the first community project we did. It was, oh my gosh, I'm just like talking in gibberish today. This was the first building that was built in the server made by someone other than Dave and I, near spawn. And a guy named Golden Graham, who also made the skyscraper well, I'll show you some other time, but he made the first skyscraper in spawn also. He built this and we helped him out. I built the roof. And this was what was at the end of the castle tour, or the castle time-lapse video. This is where we did the... We had a rave, and it was awesome. It was like, shout out to everybody at Pwego server. And I know what you're thinking by now. Who is this guy, Chris? He's really crazy. Also, we're traveling... Are we traveling backwards? Because there's the Welcome Center again. No, actually, the first thing we did when we got to World 9 was we didn't actually know if World 5 was lost or not. So the first thing I was like, build the Welcome Center so we could shove rules down their throat again. Yes, that would be a great idea. So that was the first thing we did, and we... it doesn't have a pointy roof. But, yeah, so that was the first thing we did. And if you haven't watched my other videos, bam! Right over there, that little hole is old spawn. So that's where we had the names of all the first people who joined the server. And the castle town above it. And I think that's in Explore My World 4 when I do that part. But now we're walking over here to World 9 spawn. Now this is not in World 9 anymore. We took it out and pasted it here in World 5. Actually, let me rephrase that. It is in World 9, but World 9 isn't up. Yeah, this is confusing. So it has its own storage area, same thing as before in the other city. It has its tour building, so if you want to show an admin your stuff and get like VIP for it, this is where you go for tours and help and things when it's open. So when the doors open, somebody will announce it, and yeah, you can get that type of thing. You have your typical trash can. This is the train station. Now check this out. This is a little secret. Maybe people out there that use Cuboid know, but this is like a rare type of tile block. I'm sorry, it's getting late. Yeah, that you can't actually get in the game, and if you notice, it doesn't have its crease. So that's really cool. You can only get by cuboiding yourself items. I think actually you can do the /give me or /item to get this. It's a 43 colon number, I think maybe 5, but this goes out to the other places like the spawn station way over in Spawn City. This is where it leads. So when you go out to World 9, this is where it leads. And it's a cool little pattern with a nice little roof out front here in the top area. And this was my first creation on the server before, well, I think it was delivered right after the Welcome Center. I built this, and this is another worthless building, which is the Boat Center. Now, boats don't actually fly up currents anymore like they used to, so this is completely worthless. But that was kind of my goal, which was fly your boat into the water and then soar up, and bam, you're in the city. And it has an upstairs, also flooded with water. I love this look. This is a new look I've been using lately, so you can try that in some of your builds. Put water above fence and have it as a roof. That's kind of interesting. Also, hey, if now that we're putting torches on fence, I think it would be pretty cool to put torches upside down on like fence. I think that would look pretty cool. It would be like a lamp or a light. So this leads out to like a bridge, and this is the only way. You climb a ladder to get up to the second floor, which leads to another bridge, and then you can come over here. Now, this happened, beginning of July, so this is when pistons first came out, and this is the first thing I made with pistons, a piston roof. Like, I had no interest in using them to move other blocks and use as doorways and a giant transformer to pick up blocks and run away with it or anything. Yep. Enderman. But yeah, I use it as a design, and I still use it as a design block. For all you creative builders out there, that's kind of interesting to use a ceiling like that. It reminds me of like Harry Potter, because if you kind of squint your eyes or something and don't look at it directly, it looks like there's stuff hanging down from the ceiling, like just floating there. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And this is Zach's really big mansion for his World 9 creation. I don't know if he has like other people living there or if it's just his, but it's really big and pretty cool actually. Beware of the bridges. They are haunted. And this is the railway to get into the city. And you fly in through here. I'll just do like a speed run through the mines of Moria. No. So yeah, moving on. I want to try to get this done quickly. Somebody just like totally chopped off the roof. I'm kind of anxious at this now. I'm like, what the heck? The roof's gone. It used to be pointy, but okay. So I'll do /spawn to get back real quick. Because we haven't set the train tracks yet, because that station's fairly new, so the best way to get to these other places is by flying. I want to show you guys Zack City. It is one of the two places I have to show before the end of the video. This is Golden Graham's Tower, by the way. And I'm just going to warp there because I think it's Zack's... No, it's Zack City. Warp Zack City to get to Zack's Asian City. And this is not loading. But if you fly over here, this is one of his other mansions and his great library. You thought my library was great. Check this out. This is like one of the coolest places in the server, in my opinion. In my opinion. Like, I know others have their creations and stuff, but this is amazing. Just go in here to check out a simple book. I have to go get a book for school. Sir, where's this book? It's on the 50th floor. Look at this thing. It is huge. Let's think of how many blocks. Think of how many blocks this took to build and how many books are in this place. It is huge. I guess now that we've been mutated to fly, I guess it's not as bad, but yeah, I think if you had to walk and climb stairs to find a book in this area, I would just be completely lost. Honey, have you seen Chris? Yeah, I think he went to the library. Oh, he'll be there for a while, huh? So, this is an Asian-style city, and Zach, he's an admin on our server, and he does some amazing work. So definitely check out his stuff if you have time. Like, even if you just pop in to say hello for a couple minutes, just check out Zach's city. It is truly amazing. And then we will warp to the arena because it's close to Hunadora, which is the last place I want to show you. So that means the video is going to be departing here soon. But not a lot has changed with the arena. It still is the only place to PvP in the server right now. It's DJ Motive's amazing build, and you can check the time lapse out in my video or in my channel if you like. We added banners and the flag, so that's the official flag of Spawn. Now we'll be adding Magneta's flag and Ice's flag later on, but currently it's just Spawn. And then we'll take this bridge over to Hunadora, which we have to go through Quarryville to get to first. Big surprise here for all you longtime viewers, Quarryville isn't what it used to be. Somebody actually deleted the quarry a long time ago, so there is really no purpose of besides like memory of calling this Quarryville. A guy named Arton took it over about maybe a month ago, and this is what's the result: blue style and water, like so blue wool and water. And Lakers Reloaded also, sorry if I'm naming people and you don't know them, but these are all like big builders on our server. Lakers Reloaded is an admin, and he's been doing the Magneta renovations, so he's actually like pushing up against this now. This is the wall to Magneta, our one team, and this is Spawn. So Spawn is like bunted up right against Magneta, just to show you how much things have grown. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to show you Hunadora, which is, or was, the largest build in World 9 at the time. Now I know what you're saying, oh, that looks amazing, but that's not very big. Yes, it is amazing, and this is only one part of the massive city, which, oh my gosh. There's a party in my house, and I apparently, oh no, they're hitting me with snowballs! Yeah, I guess they teleported me to my house, which they obviously broke down my doors to get in here. But let me hurry up and make my escape. You know, I was loading that area, and now it's going to take forever to load again. But, yeah, so like I was saying, that Hunadora city is huge. Like, seriously huge. And we spent 50 cuboid chunks, or paste, to get it in here. And I think it crashed the server twice, too. So, end of the video, get ready, get ready. I just want you to see this, massive creation, and then I'll let you go. And then you can spam the chat with lame comments. I don't mean that. Where is it loading? This is it. It's the ocean. Isn't it amazing? A big blue vast. No, if it ever loads here, I'll show you. I'm just gonna speed up the video until it's loaded. Okay, so this is kind of like the most I can load at one time, because it'll start like deloading as I load new chunks. But yeah, you can tell this place is huge, and it has some amazing builds. This was a community project done by several people, led by No Life King, which is also an admin on the server. As you can tell, all our admins are amazing builders. And it just goes and goes. If you want to... Oh, this is what he looks like, by the way. That's the back of his head. That's what he looks like. So if you want to build some amazing stuff, this is the place to do it. Now, of course, they go by a theme. So if you want to build here, you have to build by their theme. But other than that, it's an amazing place to build. And it gives you like a range. So if you're a builder like I am, and you're not sure what to build, they will, say, hey, I need this done, and need this done. And you get to test out your, building skills in a different style. There's a lighthouse way over there. I'm trying to find the watermill, because that's like really good build. Check this out. This is a, what do they do with the horses and the, not lances, but you know what I mean. This is like where the knights of old come to, oh my gosh. Well, you guys know the name I'm thinking of. You know what I'm talking about, where they run back and forth with the horses and the lances, and they stab each other. This is one of those rings, and there's a giant air balloon in the sky. So, yeah, this is this is pretty amazing, to say the least, and the wall goes out around, so keep the newbies out. Alright guys, that's my video. I hope you liked it. Just a quick tour, well, quick by a long shot, tour of the server and everything that's been going on with me lately in the server. So leave a comment. Please tell me what you thought, think like creative criticism to say like what I can do to improve my videos and stuff like that. So, alright, talk to you later. Definitely check out my other videos. They're in my channel. Check them out. Click that Pwego link.